What's going on, guys? My name is TeftyTeft, and welcome to another episode of Destiny. A little over a week ago, my white whale finally dropped for me, Gjallarhorn. After an incredible amount of hours in Destiny, this exotic finally jumped into my possession from Crota himself. Now, we all know it's an amazing rocket launcher, so this before and after review is more like a victory lap for myself for finally obtaining it on my Xbox account. What I will try to answer in this video is exactly why Gjallarhorn is so amazing at what it does. Cosmetically, it's ornated with lavish, royalty-inspiring details from front to back. The pronunciation of this weapon has been a rather hot topic since September. On a recent podcast for Planet Destiny, we talked to an expert on the subject, and he gave us the proper pronunciation, which is beyond my capability to reproduce phonetically. There's a link in the description if you'd like to hear that podcast. For now, I'm going to refer to it as Gjallarhorn, and maybe Ballarhorn every now and then. The major perks are as follows. Tracking. Shells fired from this weapon track their targets. This is pretty much a required feature for any good rocket launcher. Wolfpack rounds. Rounds fired from this weapon split into tracking cluster missiles upon detonation. This is the crown jewel of Gjallarhorn. The barrel options offers soft launch, best velocity, worst stability. Confined launch, middle ground velocity and stability. Smart drift control, best stability, worst velocity. I recommend sticking with soft launch in this one. Stability is never a concern with rocket launchers, but velocity counts when dropping Crota. Second tier options offers quick draw. This weapon can be drawn unbelievably fast. This basically allows you to switch to rockets as fast as possible. Snapshot. Aiming this weapon is incredibly fast. In PvP, this is the ideal option since aiming down sights is the only way to activate the tracking feature. Speed reload. Reload this weapon quickly, effectively maxes out the reload speed. This is the feature that I would spec for PvE. Most of the time, when using rocket launchers, you're going for maximum DPS. For bosses, that usually means grabbing a quick reload in between rocket volleys. For those of you new to Destiny, I'm going to go over rocket damage real quick. On paper, you'd think blast radius would translate to damage values. Instead, it translates to damage falloff based on a set maximum rocket damage value that all rocket launchers share. Rockets have two stages of damage. The shell acts like a bullet. Upon impact, it releases an explosion that causes the main damage. What this means is that all 331 rocket launchers share the same initial impact damage and shell damage. Blast radius only dictates the size of the damage sphere that is dealt after the initial impact. If that's the case, then why is Gjallarhorn so amazing at high damage output? The Wolfpack rounds. Each missile is like a mini rocket shell that tracks nearby enemies and does impact and blast radius damage. 8 missiles in total. The numbers can vary, but if a single target is alone and all the Wolfpack rounds connect, then it's essentially like 2 rockets being fired instead of 1. Gjallarhorn allows for 7 rockets to be carried when coupled with boots with the heavy ammo perk. This means for bosses, you have 14 regular rockets instead of 7. Or every time you shoot 2 rockets, you're actually shooting 4 regular rockets. If the target is surrounded by extra enemies, then the Wolfpack rounds will get split up, reducing its effectiveness. This is the main reason why Gjallarhorn is so effective at what it does. It'd be like a sniper rifle that fires 2 shots instantaneously. You wouldn't use any other sniper if that was the case. On level 30 tier 2 enemies, a fresh Gjallarhorn dealt around 2900 damage and around 900 for the shell impact. Maxed out Gjallarhorn on tier 2 enemies dealt around 3300 damage and around 1040 for the shell impact. Wolfpack rounds dealt 306 damage with impacts dealing an extra 153 damage. The Wolfpack rounds have a theoretical total damage of 3672, plus 4340 for the initial rocket, gives you a maximum of around 8000 damage on tier 2 enemies. There is no denying it. The numbers are impressive. I'm actually going to skip the PvP portion of this review because we all know that rocket launchers blow up Guardians. It's no different from any other rocket launcher. The Wolfpack rounds can help, but Hunger Crota can easily do the same thing in the Crucible. Truth, on the other hand, is a different story, which I'll save for another video. Something that we've all been wondering is, will the Ballarhorn ever get nerfed? This is pure speculation on my part, but I think Bungie is afraid to nerf the Gjallarhorn right now. But they are fully aware that it's overpowered. They nerfed the Vex Mythoclast into the ground back in October, and it was a big mistake. They've been taking a cautious approach with new weapons being introduced and erring on the safe side. Necrochasm is in need of a serious buff to warrant its exotic status. Dragon's Breath is nowhere near as effective as Gjallarhorn or even Truth. I think if Bungie ever nerfs the Gjallarhorn, it's going to come at a time when they give us Guardians something we've been asking for a long time to soften the blow. Then again, it might just reign king of rocket launchers for years. The real problem is they can't release another rocket launcher that can compete with the Gjallarhorn because the power ceiling has been set too high right off the bat. Which means if you have a Gjallarhorn right now, then you're in the golden age of Destiny rocket launcher power. Enjoy it for as long as it lasts, because you never know what's around the corner with the future Comet expansion and Destiny 2 in 2016. And that about does it for my victory lap before and after review of the Gjallarhorn. I hope you enjoyed it. Please slap that like button if you did, and become a subscriber if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, guys, peace.